All right, welcome back, everybody. Week 7. We've left White City and we're heading to Marfa and Big Bend.
And just outside Marfa, actually about 30 miles outside Marfa, is a fake Prada store that we had to get our picture taken with.
And just coming into town, heading to the Marfa Yacht Club, which is really just this cute little place just for Airstreams. He's got them, like, I think he's got 6 or 7 slots all covered. There's the Tin Goat.
And look at the beautiful sunset happening there.
And I had to get some propane all the way in Alpine freaking Texas.
Marfa was kind of a bust for us because a lot of things were closed. Guys, we spent $30 on coffee and toast.
And it was worth every penny.
We would do it again, but we just didn't have the time. But Marfa's a really cute, artsy town, very walkable or bikeable. Lots of cute little art things to look at.
That reminded me of the petroglyphs we just saw last time.
Yeah. Every place I wanted to go was closed, but it's okay. We got a taste.
Yeah, I think we were there at the wrong time of year. But this was nice. This little building that had this kind of like tribute to America.
That's near the good coffee and toast.
Coffee, toast, and magic. Okay, then there's this thing called the Marfa Mystery Lights, and there's a whole center dedicated to looking at them. I won't bore you with the story. You can kind of Google it and check it out. But
we didn't see the lights, but it didn't matter because the Marfa sunset was one of the all-time great sunsets. And these pictures are nothing.
Yeah, we'll say that a million times. The pictures never come close.
In our yacht club where we were staying, the guy is flying these 2 Jeff Goldblum flags. We don't understand the story.
I don't get it.
We saw snow.
We saw these things in Ollie's Paws way too often.
We've been seeing them for weeks now.
We met these guys at a rest stop. They're the Kitty Kitty Bang Bang folks.
From Canada, and they followed us, or we followed them into Big Bend.
Right into Big Bend. So we're getting into the park, and once again, the pictures just don't do it any justice. The scenery is amazing.
It's just vast.
Yeah,
everything
it's like
is
20
vast.
miles just to get to the visitor center, the first one.
Yep, that's the Panther Junction Visitor Center.
And then another 23 miles just to get to our campground. It's a long trek.
We had to go through this tunnel.
Could we fit? Of course we can.
Never in doubt.
But we're dirty.
We are such a mess at this point.
Oh, God.
Really bad.
We're really using it.
And when we left, my friend Melinda gave me this Stanley Tucci cookbook, and I decided to try one of these recipes for chicken wings.
And I decided to try to eat it.
It was so good, you guys.
Fabulous.
Good.
And we added the Big Ben sticker to the door. That's our 8th park, I believe.
Yeah. And what's that?
That's another beautiful piece of the scenery. There's just so much of it. Now, at the night sky, and again, these pictures don't do it justice, you could see a bazillion stars. That's with my iPhone.
I think we could see the Milky Way, kind of.
I do.
These are horses that have crossed the Rio Grande from Mexico.
Yeah, they've come in from Mexico, and there were cows.
And this is Ollie shoving his head in some animal hole in the ground, which we couldn't stop him from doing.
Yeah. So now we're driving toward a canyon for a view of the Rio Grande. And again, I can't say it enough. The pictures, even if they look like expansive and breathtaking, it doesn't give you any sense.
This is the Ross Maxwell Scenic Drive, which is the top thing that they recommend you do at the park. It's like a 33-mile
63
one-way trip.
63 one-way.
63 one-way?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was the better part of a day.
See, the thing even said it.
Yep. But
Ollie
we
was
finally
in the Rio.
made it.
Ollie made it to the Rio Grande. And again, now we're driving back from that. No, we're still at the spot.
Yeah, we had
at the
a
river
picnic
trail
there.
But then we're driving back, and again, it's just
the landscape. Steve said it's like you're on the moon. Those 2 are called the mule ears.
Yeah, they work here. But yeah, it does. It looks like the surface of the moon with plants. It's just, I don't know. It's quite amazing.
And even within the park, the vegetation changes.
We had no Wi-Fi, so we did our own Wordles.
Right, we had to make Wordle for each other every day.
This was delish.
That was Ina Garten's ramen that we had for dinner a couple nights. And this is the sunset reflecting off of the Boquillos mountain area. And Ollie and I went for a walk, and that coyote found us on the way back.
Yeah. So now we're going on a trip to the Chisos Basin. This is a 40-mile drive.
And this
through
is
the
the
park.
sunrise. We left early in the morning.
And there were more horses from Mexico that made their way out, and we almost hit them. But again, the scenery is just stunning, and every time you turn your head, it's another gorgeous view.
Yeah, and again, this is pretty early in the morning. It's probably 7 or 8 o'clock here.
Ollie loved that view.
Yeah.
But that's the split there is the window.
Right, that's called the window, and there's a window view trail and a window trail. And
we were on the window view trail, and they warn you about this.
Yep.
I was scared.
We didn't see any bears or mountain lions.
Ollie was done with it. It was pretty cold that morning. It was actually literally 32.
Yeah, it was chilly.
Then we went to the Dugout Wells. That's another trail at another part of the park.
And there's a nice trail that identifies a lot of the desert vegetation.
I love these purple ones. Sue doesn't care.
The purple prickly pear.
But just look at it's just unbelievable. And we cast quite long shadows that morning.
It just goes on for miles
Yeah.
and miles and miles. The view on a clear winter day can be upward of 120 miles.
Yeah, depending on where you are in the park. Okay, then we took a wicked scary drive to the hot springs.
We can be so stupid,
Yeah.
truly. This is a little market that somebody set out. And I took a trail down to the hot springs, and this is an old post office and hotel where people used to visit to go to the hot springs. But you guys, to get here, we had to go on the twisty, turniest, narrowest road with no guardrails, and we were just white knuckling, or how does Rich say it?
Puckering.
We were, yes, there was a lot
There's
of
a high pucker factor.
high pucker factor on this road. The picture isn't going to do it justice. You can't see how big the drop off
that's
really
the widest
is.
part, because I had like a foot to play
That's
with there.
where he could open the door and get out.
So look, we saw a coyote. Now we're seeing the Roadrunner. Unbelievable that we got to see these animals.
That roadrunner was just hanging around at camp. We saw another one later that ran across the road.
Oh, he was happy.
We wiped him out that
Yeah,
day.
he
Oh my
was
gosh.
So sleepy.
So these are the mountains.
The Boquillos.
The Boquillos, and there's some more javelinas that we saw from the safety of the truck.
Yeah, they weren't chasing us at that point. But just, God, so beautiful. And look, that line, that dotted line, is the difference between the U.S. and Mexico, and our campground was right there.
So now we've left and we're on our way to our next spot.
Yeah,
Just
we stayed at the
RV
Stadium
Park.
RV Park, and the owner built these bricks. I guess that's part of his business. And so some of
I
these,
didn't realize he did that.
Yeah, and some of those are really beautiful. But yeah, we just stayed here for one night, heading to Georgetown, and that's where we're going to pick up from next week. But I just love the work that this guy did. You saw Pawhuska, so we've been there. We saw that. Mexico, Texas. And then on the way to Georgetown, Ollie wanted to worship his peanut butter lick mat, which he did. But now we're in Georgetown, and we are going to pick up next week with some fun guest stars. Stay tuned.
Exciting.